Here's a story, a Baal Shem Tov story. Once there was a poor beggar on the street of Mezibus, and he used to give out blessings to people. People would come to him, and he would give blessings, and they would pay him money. And so the Hasidim of the Baal Shem Tov came to the Baal Shem Tov, and they complained, "Who is this man? Is he a charlatan? Is he a faker? He's a poor man. People give him money, but he gives out blessings, and people give him more money. Maybe he should just be quiet and not give out blessings and take money like a poor person." So the Baal Shem Tov called the man. He called him. And the man was standing in front of the Baal Shem Tov with fear and trepidation. Great, holy Baal Shem Tov. "What's the story?" He asked him. What is this reason for you giving blessings to people? So the poor person said, I'm willing to stop. I don't know what to do. People come and ask me for blessings. I give them blessings and they pay me money. At first, I tried to tell them not to pay me money, but they insist. So he said, well, tell me what's the story. Well, how do you give blessings? So he said, I'll tell you. He said, me and my friend, we were bosom friends. We started a tailor business together. We opened up a shop. And people came and they brought their garments to us and we fixed them up. One day there came this really royal looking person dressed like very finely. He said that he's a servant of the king. And the king is making a wedding for his daughter. And he wants garments to be made for all the guests, or at least garments to be made for his whole family. I think that's the story, for his family. And there's like 50 people in the royal family, but he wants to be really unique garments that they all look basically the same because the royal family, but they have to be royal. Are we willing to do it? So we said we can try. So they brought in whatever the one of the children or the grandchildren of the king, and we made a garment for him. We made a garment, and the king really liked it. So the king brought us to the palace, and we measured each and every person, and we made garments for everybody. And the king was just out of his mind with joy, with happiness, and it was said it was so wonderful and so beautiful and this, and he paid us extravagantly. He gave us like 50,000 golden pieces. It didn't say in the story how much it was. 50,000, 5,000 golden pieces. So we were very happy. We split the money. We were walking home. As we were walking home, so we heard from a hut a cry, someone crying out, a woman's tears. So, being Jews, we have good hearts, and we went to see what was going on. And here's this poor lady, and she's laying there, and she's sick, whatever. And we ask her what's wrong, and she says that they're foreclosing her mortgage, or she's going to take the house away. And not only that, she's very ill, and her husband is ill, and she has a daughter, whatever, they have to marry. Anyway, problems on top of problems on top of problems. How much do you need? All of a sudden, the house owner comes, says, "Where's my money?" Starts yelling and screaming. "How much do you owe?" He said, 3,000 golden pieces. So I gave him. I talked to my partner. I said, "Listen, let's split the money. What do you say?" He said, "Listen, it's her problem. It's not my problem. I'm sorry. There's a lot of poor people in the world. I can't take care of everyone. I promised my wife I would come home. I'll come home. I'll think about it." Anyway, they came, and I gave 3,000 of my own. And then we brought doctors, and I paid them also, and we fixed up her house, and that's it. I left. I was a pauper. I left with nothing except thanks. The woman was tremendously grateful to me, and her husband was grateful, and etc. And her house was fixed up, but I came with nothing. So I said, what am I going to do? So I couldn't open up another store, and my partner for whatever, he said that I was a fool. He said I was a fool for giving the money, and he didn't want to make a partnership with me. He didn't open up a business himself. He didn't want it. He needed all the money that he had, and that's it. I figured, okay, so I started begging. So I stood on the street and I begged, and people gave me, like every beggar. And one day, someone came up to me, and he said that he has a big business deal, and that because I'm a Jew, he wants me to give him a blessing. So I gave him a blessing. And the next day he came back and he said, your blessing worked. My business deal went through, and here, take a golden coin. He gave me a golden coin. A golden coin is like worth $100. I said, no, listen, that's a tremendous amount of money. No, take it. And it seems he told his friends, and his friends, they came to me also. And they started also asking me for blessings. And then they started asking me for advice. I know advice. Well, what do I know advice? But I said, listen, I told them, listen, I don't know advice. I'm not an expert person. They said, say something. Doesn't make any difference what. What do you think? We won't hold you responsible. I told people, I think you should buy. I think you should sell. I think you should do this. I think you should be careful. I think of this. And it worked out. So I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just, say these things and people are pleased. So the Baal Shem Tov said, listen, in the merit of your self-sacrifice, that you gave everything away, is you left an empty vessel. And God is now filling up that vessel with his blessings. Now what I want you to do is, you can stay there and keep giving blessings, but you have to come to me every day, and I'll teach you Torah and he became one of the hidden tzaddikim of the Baal Shem Tov, one of the big Chassidim of the Baal Shem Tov. The name of the person is not listed, at least in the story that I read, it wasn't listed. But it shows that God never remains a debtor. If you do good, God repays.